morning, Yotes. Welcome to episode 24 of YSTV's Season 3.
I'm Joyce.
And I'm Jayla. Today is Tuesday, May 22nd. Before we turn the page on this chapter, we want to share some advice from your seniors.
Let's check it out.
Students from Centennial and students from Spain signed up last semester to enroll in a program to exchange different schools and experience different ways of life.
Listen to this segment for more information.
My name is Nishanko Chatterjee, and I went to Spain.
Hi, my name is Aoife, and I went to a small town in northern Spain, just north of Leon, called Cisterna.
My name is Nadia, and I stayed in a small village in Spain called Fresnillo de las Dueñas.
My name is Yana Snosky. I'm in the 11th grade, and I stayed in Guadalajara, Mexico.
My name is Stella. I'm in the 11th grade, and I went to Spain.
Hi, I'm Alexia. I'm grade 12, and I went to Leon, Spain.
My favorite memory while I was in Spain was definitely my last night there. My exchange student, Claudia, had told me that we had to go to one of my village friends' house to go pick something up. When we got there, that ended up not being true. A couple of my village friends ended up throwing me a goodbye party, and they had made a path of rose petals on the floor, and they lit some candles. And when I walked into the dinner area, the living room, they had decorated her whole living room. They made me dinner. They surprised me with letters and a bunch of my favorite candies from Spain that I can bring home. And so I think that just solidified the connections that I did make in Spain and the connections that I now have there.
My favorite memory was Carnival, which is this huge party in the street, and me and all my friends dressed up as Little Red Riding Hood. My favorite memory of Leon, I did a lot of hiking. I was high in the mountains, so it was just a circle of mountains, and I was just a little town placed inside. So definitely lots of hiking. However, my favorite memory was definitely I went with Maria's family to underground caves. So basically you enter a mountain, and there's these huge caves that you'd never know about. But because it just looks like the mountains, and then you just go inside and there's these giant caves, and it was a really, really incredible experience.
So my favorite memory about Spain was going to Madrid. My partner, Alejandro, had a lot of grandparents and family in Madrid, so it was always fun to go. As well, I went to the Madrid Open. It's a tennis match, and that was a dream come true. I've always grew up watching tennis on TV, so it was really impactful, and it blew my mind that I could actually see my favorite players play in real life.
My favorite memory was creating new relationships and everlasting friendships, but more specifically it was going to Puerto Vallarta, where we got surprised the night before to stay in a hotel right on the water where we got to swim in the ocean a lot.
Okay, so what I found most interesting was that after every time they eat lunch, they have to go to sleep. Every time it's at least an hour or two, or we just go to sleep, and they never take off their shoes in their house. I don't know, I just thought that was cool.
So the most interesting part about Spain's culture is the eating times. So dinner would usually be midnight or 11 p.m. and lunch would, on a normal school day, would be 3 or 4 p.m. So every time it was later. So it was a little bit difficult to get adjusted for the first couple days, but I think eating dinner late helps you wake up and actually helps everything, gets you ready in the morning.
I found most interesting about the Mexican culture was the closeness of the community and how everyone treated each other like family, even if they didn't necessarily like each other.
I think that traveling to Spain has taught me that even the little things in your life can and will be different, and you have to be open-minded to that and kind of be curious about that and want to experience those different things, because if you're not very open-minded to that, then that limits the opportunity and the experience that you will have. So yeah.
Traveling across the world and connecting with a new culture definitely gave me like some insight on everything that I've kind of been missing in Canada. Like you learn so much about other people and like their home life, and it was a really, really incredible experience. And it definitely taught me to be open-minded because you learn so much about other people, and it's like it really opens up your world to new opportunities and stuff. And it really like I knew nobody going forward, and I wasn't fully fluent in the language, but it was really just going into it, and then you had to make new friends because you were really by yourself out there. I didn't know anybody in that new town besides my partner. And yeah, really incredible experience that opened so many opportunities, and I definitely do it again.
Yeah, so it's very different just because, well, they speak very fast. So, like, the first week when I got there, I was just like, oh my God. But after that, you kind of just, like, start to, like, be okay with, like, the speed. And then you start with, because they can, like, use their hands and, like, you see, like, the different scenery. So you kind of, like, understand, even when, like, you don't understand the words. So that just makes it, learning it a lot easier.
Because you're actually immersed in the culture and you get to hear words being used around you in real life examples.
The Red Divisional track meet happened last week.
Congratulations to those who competed. Let's get some more information from Hugo and Griffin.
The Centennial track team went to the Red Divisional track meet last Thursday. The meet was for the athletes to punch their spot in the city championship for May 24th. The athletes had to make top 6 to qualify. 26 of our athletes and 3 of our relay teams made it to the city championship. Athletes and teams who made top 2 in the city championship will qualify for provincial championship. Congratulations to all the athletes and team who made it to the city championship, and good luck for all those who made it to the city championship and are participating this weekend.
Thank you so much for joining us on Yote Social TV.
I'm Joyce.
And I'm Jayla. This was our 24th episode for Season 3 on Yote Social for Thursday, May 22nd. Go Yotes!